Hi everybody and welcome back. In this unit we're going to be having a look at building resilient capabilities and skills. I of course want to first of all acknowledge the traditional owners and the lands in which I come from you today. I hope that you all have taken the time to make sure that you know the traditional owners in which you're coming from. I want to talk today, first of all, about the different types of resilience, and particularly three types of resilience: natural resilience, adaptive resilience, and restorative resilience. So according to Jeannie Joseph, who's a psychiatrist, is a professor at the Chaminade University in Hawaii, and the creator of the ACT Resilient program, there are these three basic types of resilience. So what is natural resilience? Natural resilience is that resilience you're actually born with, and the resilience that actually comes naturally. This is your human nature and your life force. Those with natural resilience are enthusiastic about life's experience, and they are happy to play and learn and explore. Natural resilience allows you to actually go forth and do your best even if you get knocked down and taken off track. One example of natural resilience is the idea that young children who are about the age of 7. So assuming they haven't had a major trauma in their life, children at this age typically have an abundance of inspiration and excitement about life. The next type of resilience I want to talk about is adaptive resilience. So adaptive resilience is the second sort of resilience that we talk about. And this is really thought of as that trial by fire. This occurs when challenging circumstances actually force you to learn and change and adapt. Learning how to roll with life's punches can help you actually build resilience and grow stronger as a result. The third sort of resilience is restored resilience. So this is also known as learned resilience. So now we've had a look at some of the sorts of resilience. I want to have a look at the 4-factor approach, which actually helps us and helps our clients better understand the concept of resilience. So the 4-factor approach states the facts, places blame where it belongs, reframes, and gives time. So this unique approach can actually help you learn how to develop skills of resilience. It's being used and utilised with the idea of a bad car crash as a tool for building resilience. So let's assume you crashed your car and you've got some injuries. As a result of this, you may even need to miss work for a few days or a week or so in order to heal. The first step involves simply listening or talking about the trauma without magnifying it. For example, you might say to yourself, I wrecked the car and I got hurt. However, I was able to call for help and get myself patched up and get the car fixed. The second step involves taking ownership, but not beating yourself up for it, exercising that self-compassion. Instead of blaming yourself, you could simply say, okay, I wrecked the car, it happens. It was dark and it was an accident, and importantly, I'm okay. The third step involves reframing and actually reevaluating the event in your mind. This might also be known as looking for the silver lining. Things definitely could have been worse. You could have been seriously injured. You could have hurt somebody else in the accident. Reframing an incident involves looking for the bright side of a situation and finding something to be grateful for. Finally, the last step in which we give ourselves time involves giving yourself time to heal and adjust after the trauma. Engaging this simple process can go a long way to helping you heal and feel more resilient. By going through this 4-step process, you can actually train your brain and your mind to think differently. You can learn to look at situations differently and find a silver lining in everything. The more you engage in this 4-step program, the more resilient you will become. So remember those 4 steps which are really important. State the facts, place blame where it belongs, reframe, and give yourself time. Be compassionate. And also remember self-care. Self-care is so important and we forget about this, particularly people in the community service sector. We're really good at reminding our clients to make sure that they take self-care. We're not very good at actually making sure that we do it ourselves. Now, trust me, I know, and you know, I'm not very good often at doing it myself as well. Exercise, get out in the sun. There is nothing like spending time outside, of course, with the proper sunscreen. Take time for solitude. We need time to actually shut off. We need time for the brain to settle away from the computer, away from emails, away from the phone. Make sure that you're taking time for solitude. The other thing that you need to do is actually get out more and experience life. And by this, I'm talking about that work-life balance that we so often, again, talk about, like we do self-care, but we're not good at. Make sure you're getting out and experiencing life. You need to learn from failure. Remember, failure is not a bad thing. Failure is an opportunity to learn. So make sure we're doing that and cultivate humour and curiosity. Have fun. The best workplaces that I've worked at, we would laugh. We would belly laugh. And we had curiosity about how we could do our work better. Cultivating both humour and curiosity is so important. And also have realistic expectations of yourself. It's funny because, I can cram 80 hours a week of training and one-on-ones and group work into my calendar. And then by Wednesday or Thursday, I'm starting to wonder why I feel overwhelmed. That's because when I do that, I'm not having realistic expectations of myself. Have realistic expectations of yourself. The work we do can be exhausting. It can be exhausting to work with those who are struggling in life. It's important to remember to engage in good self-care because this is what prevents burnout. These might seem like really simple tips, but they're important ones to keep in mind. Exercise provides us with wonderful opportunities to actually reduce stress. Doing some kind of daily activity like walking or stretching can help you cope with burnout. It's important to take solitude and remember to engage in positive self-talk. It's also important to make sure that in a psychologically intensive work like we do, that we take time. Because of that, it's important to take time to detox electronically, food-wise, drink-wise, and to self-reflect. Taking time to meditate, journal, and to repeat positive suggestions can go a long way to helping you feel more balanced. There are going to be setbacks. I can't put a stop to those. There are going to be failures over time. So it's important to learn when to take a step back and spend more time with family and friends. When all else fails, the best strategy might be one of humour, one of curiosity, because it helps you remember that learning to be more resilient is actually a process. It's a journey. It's not a destination. Have a great day, enjoy the reading and enjoy the activities, and I'll see you in the next video.